following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
You have to play your way out of being on Hard Knocks off-season.
Learn Chinese, buddy. Konnichiwa.
It's a me.
Calling my shot now. They make the playoffs next year with Sanders as their quarterback.
Steph Curry walked so Caitlin Clark could run. In fact, the cup should go back to Canada, where it belongs this next go-round.
No, I like to suck on him a little bit first to make sure I get all the salt out.
Where was Nick Bosa on January 6th?
Hey, everybody, what is going on? It is Tuesday night. That means it is time for another edition of Craft Brewed Sports. I am Mike. With me, as always, is Scott. Scott, how you feeling? How's your sports weekend?
It's fine when you don't pay attention to the mounting injuries for your football team and the disaster pit that's been your baseball team all weekend. You just don't pay attention to it. Everything's good. Great sports weekend.
I love this idea, Scott, of just not paying attention anymore, and then you just don't have any heartache. I'm a fan of this. I watched my team last night have a 1-run lead until the 8th inning and then give up 4 runs and lose the game. And my 7-year-old almost caused me to get into a fight with several people from because I'm apparently raising someone who likes to talk shit back. Because as the Phillies fans were chanting, "Let's go Phillies," in the upper deck, my son decided to chant back, "Shut your mouth." And I was like, oh, God damn it. I'm going to have to fight some dudes from Philly.
I mean, I'm here for it. You're raising your son right. And Phillies fans should shut their mouths. Really, truly, always.
I was like, bro, do you know what they did to Santa Claus? They have no problem hitting you in the face, too.
No doubt.
Oh, bro.
Got to watch your back, but I appreciate the angst towards them.
Well, a terrible weekend for Scott. Mookie, also a terrible sports weekend. How you feeling, man?
Wait, what happened?
The Queen City Derby.
Ah, shit, that's right. Yeah, that's forgot all about that. That blew. Cool tifo to start, and something else that was pretty neat is they made a tifo for the 10-year anniversary alumni game that happened afterwards. So that was cool. Double tifo. Yeah, it was very impressive. And then I sat there questioning why I thought the alumni game was going to be so awesome and sweet when I realized it's just a bunch of old fat me's running around on the field. They're just playing on a lot nicer pitch than we play on, but it was just old dude soccer. So we left after like 8 minutes. Your boy Ledesma couldn't even break the starting 22. Was riding the pine to begin. Granted, he scored like 2 minutes after he came in. So, hey, it kind of worked out for him. But that sucked. Yeah.
I told you Ledesma was at the pool for 5 hours the day before. I think he opted out of the starting 22 because he was still hungover from the day before. Like, I'm pretty sure Ledesma was like, "No, I'm gonna sit that you guys go. Once I get my legs under me, I'll hop in there and get us a goal."
Which it was awesome seeing those guys come out to kick it around during warmups. It was like, it's good that they came out with the right pace, because I think after what happened to Mariano Rivera on Friday night, everyone was just like, no one die on the pitch. Please don't blow out a knee in front of my kid. That's a really tough conversation to have.
These old timers, man, they are over in the. You got ACLs blown out and banana ball. We got old timers blowing out kneecaps. Oh, it sucks to get old, man. Also sucks to be Mariano Rivera.
What was he doing?
He hit pedophilia.
High balls.
Look it up,
like
kids.
He never knew how to do that to begin with. Why did he think now was the time to start to learn?
Scott, I'm impressed. You held in the hate there. That was tame, Scott. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Well, Google what I asked you to Google, kids. He's a bad guy. So there's that.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the comments here. And first of all, Scott is saying, we know where Nick Bosa was, but the question is, where was Joey Bosa on January 6th? He was right there with him, right? Like,
right? I'm pretty sure it was a family affair.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure their dad was also with him. Matt Barr said that my son is an A+ kid, 11 out of 10, would attend a baseball game with my family. And then Scott said that he doesn't get an A+ until he yells, "Put it in the river." Just that deep cut. And then I'm taking an issue with this because Jesse said, has anyone seen Mike and the Instagram heckler guy in the same place at the same time? And I am offended at this comment, fellas. Like that. Do you know, Scott, do you know what guy Jesse's talking about?
The anonymous person that's been popping up on the
No, this is a dude who, like, he lives in San Francisco and he sits out in the bleachers and he heckles players. And he's like, he'll yell out the player name, and then he has like some type of joke, and then everybody joins in with like, "You bum." It is the most annoying Instagram account I've ever seen in my life. And because I hate watch it, it continues to feed it to me because the algorithm thinks I like it. I can't break it. I can't get
creative. Are they creative heckles though? Is like dude doing his research, or is he just leaning into the profanity and cheap shots?
No, it's not profanity. Creative's doing a lot of work there. Okay. They're little hacky, little corny.
Speaking of creative, one of the highlights of my sports weekend ran into this beautiful man, Tank, chiming in saying, "I'm middle-aged and all I'm blowing out is backs." Ayo! Yeah. Saw him down in the First Financial Club, the FC game, man.
Dues move.
Sorry, I was just so excited to talk about how I got to hug Tank twice. Like it was literally highlight of the match.
Very good. I'm glad you got to run into Tank. Tank's good people, man. And we reposted that story on our Instagram. Listen, we got an awesome show tonight, everybody. We are going to be talking this. This is like Mookie's right up his alley with this first story that we're going to be talking about. The Oklahoma quarterback, the transfer quarterback, is being investigated because of his Venmo account. I can't wait to talk about this one. We've got an AP Top 25. The preseason AP Top 25 has been released, which means we're releasing our preseason Wise Guys poll, fellas. The preseason Wise Guys poll is coming out today. We also have to talk about this Tom Brady statue. LeBron is addicted to golf. Robert Taylor tipped us off to the saddest wedding that I've ever seen in my life. Plus, Blake is going to be joining us a little bit later on to talk UFC and that new $7.7 billion contract that they signed with Paramount. All that plus tons more that we probably won't get to. Before we do all that, though, let's talk about these beers that we were drinking tonight. As always, we rate them on Caesar scale, dog or no dog. Scott, what is in your mug tonight, dog or no dog?
We've graduated our miggers. We are now on to 50 migs, baby. Whoa! High potency. Tonight we are enjoying Cycling Frog Cannabis Company's 50 mig THC high potency iced tea lemonade. Some call that an Arnold Palmer. It is dog.
I love that this is what you're drinking on the eve of your kids going back to school. It seems like a proper celebration.
It's my second today. So there's that.
Okay, so Rex, there's your pregame that we need to maybe work into our college football because that sounds like the key.
The can reads, "Get your heads in the clouds all year round with Cycling Frog's delightfully sparkling THC iced tea lemonade. Serve ice cold and get high AF." And I got to tell you, I drank one of these before taking the kids to see Bad Guys. Hadn't eaten, the boys know. I had 100 migs at the soccer game a couple months ago with them. They thought that was impressive. I'm thinking 50 migs, no big deal. Dude, I think I melted into the seat. I had to close my eyes. My wife was asking if I was sleeping during the movie. I was like, no. But everything is moving so fast on the screen and all the lights are flashing so hard. I'm just going to sit back and melt. And I did. It was amazing. It is such a dog.
Tank chiming in saying he did that 50 banger once, Scott. I thought about 50 things I did in junior high. Do not recommend. Also,
dude, it's a good ride, Tank. I'm serious. Like the 10 miggers are fun, but the 50 miggers are my speed, baby. They'll put you on your ass.
Shout out to my sister. Happy birthday, Anna. It's her birthday today. So they were in town this last week and visiting us. She brought a 30 migger and we were in the kitchen talking about it. And I dropped the migger reference. And you should have seen how fast my wife's head snapped around and the fear in her face of, what did you just say? I was like, yeah, I gotcha. M as in Mancy.
I'm proud of you, Luke. That's good stuff. I like to see the people outside of the circle when they hear the migger. They quick. What?
Dude, I can't get over 50. Like,
That's
listen.
ridiculous.
I am nowhere near your level of expertise, Scott. Like, I thought the 100 mig gummy before a soccer match I was like, this dude is insane. But the drinks seem to hit me so much harder.
Yeah.
So 50, like that is like I'm taking a sip of this and then putting it back in the fridge until tomorrow. I can't imagine 2 of them in a day.
This is the life I live, man. I'm on vacation, baby.
Vacation or just Tuesday?
Yes.
Good luck following that one. What are you drinking tonight? What's in your
this one's pretty cool. It's a Dawg. It's not my favorite, but I think part of it is I feel like it's one of those ones you got to let warm up because it's an Oktoberfest. But it's 3 Floyd's Munsterfest, and dude, the can art. Well, I guess in this case it's a bottle art, but the bottle art is sick. It's like Godzilla and Mechagodzilla fighting over, what looks like Germany or something, but it's pretty good. It's a Dawg. It's a Dawg, but more than anything else, it's just a sweet looking bottle.
I love 3 Floyds, man. They make some good brews. That's some solid drinks there.
Oh yeah.
Also, one of the few that's still bottle instead of canning.
I know, right?
I respect that. I have 3 more bottle caps that I need to complete my map, and I can't find anybody that bottles anymore, so I'm just stuck with these holes in the map, and it's killing me. Let's check the comments and see what you guys are drinking tonight. Matt Barr said he went to Hardywood in Richmond. He's drinking Sheep Mullet Juicy Double IPA, 9% ABV, 9.2 ounce biggin. It's been a week. This is a Dawg for that reason alone. Rex, Scott is giving you the flowers, saying after Scott spanked my ass in CFB 26, I'm drinking Tennessee Hills Blood Orange and Honey Whiskey. Oh man, you drove Rex to whiskey, Scott?
I mean, he gave it the good old college try. I'll give Rex that.
Joe wanting to know, he's here for the Taylor Swift album reveal. Is this the right place? Close enough. We're similar to New Heights, right? Very similar. Yeah. Scott is drinking, I'm not even going to try to say this brewery, but it's a creme brulee. Imperial.
Looks like Coonhen to me.
Yep. I'm not going. I ain't saying
that a Coonhen brew? Continue.
It's a creme brulee, Imperial creme brulee, Java Stout, 8.5% ABV. He says it's an OG Dawg. That sounds fantastic. Creme brulee, multiple creme brulees in there. Man. Mookie's Tank backing it up. 3 Floyd's always bringing the can bottle art heat. He says he misses their big ass bomber bottles.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
By the way, Rex clarified that Blood Orange and Honey Whiskey is a Dawg. This week, fellas, I am drinking Club Juice. This one is from Other Half. It's an IPA. It's hazy as hell. It's super juicy. It's good. Definitely a Dawg. One that I would go to several times. Oh, Sarah, there you are. Sarah's drinking Founders Mortal Bloom Imperial Thorn, 8%. Some good names this week, everybody. Good names in the chat with your beers. Appreciate it. All right, fellas, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start this show off talking. We're gonna talk a little bit of football. And I know he's not here to talk football, but he chimed in here. He popped into the link while we were going through our beers. So let's welcome in our boy, Money Blakeweather, Blake Stevenson. Blake, how you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. I'm sipping too, by the way. I've got St. Arnold's.
Yeah, bro.
So good. So a lot of people are saying very good. I walked in the room. I said, "What a great summer pills! Fantastic."
Already going
very good. Very
already
nice.
Going to the hits. It's good to see you, man. You're looking great.
It's good to be seen. I hope everybody tuned in for you guys' episode out there. Just released today because the fans wanted it. A lot of people are saying they wanted the show. I gave them the show. Very, very great show. Fantastic. One of the best shows. But yeah, I hope everybody tuned in. And if you're not, don't do it. Don't do it now. But then go back to Craft Root Sports Group and just click on the link where we talked some fun stuff about Glass Onion. And then you can figure out
Hallaberry.
That sounds kick. You can figure out what whiskey I said that to because, oh boy, that was a bit of a kicker right there. Let me tell you what.
Yes, Blake was kind enough to have Scott and I on his show, the Nerds at Night YouTube channel. Check that out. But yeah, we watched Glass Onion and then paired it with the whiskey and broke down the movie. And it was a good time, man. It was a good hang, some good drinks, and an all around good pod. Play the clip. Sorry. I
was waiting for it. I was like, so when are we going to throw that in?
Let's cut to it right now. What a great clip. That was the best clip. A lot of people are saying, wow, what a clip.
I'm going to put one in there for the socials. We're going to put a clip from the pod that then cuts to a clip. It's just going to be Clipception. Let's talk a little football, though, here, fellas, because Mookie, this story right up your alley. Oklahoma has a new quarterback just transferred in from Washington State. Paid like $2.7 million in NIL money to him. That's what he's valued at. And might be gone. Might be some trouble because screen grabs of his Venmo account started circulating online. And one of the transactions that was public was a payment to one of his former teammates. And it just said sports betting on it. Like that's what he put in the line for his payment to his friend, just sports betting. So now NCAA is investigating. He says, I didn't do anything wrong, but then he also deleted the transaction from his Venmo history, which is very suspicious. Very, very suspicious thing to do, Scott. That is the correct response. Because when I first read it, when I first read the story,
release the transcripts.
He's in the Venmo files. You can put anything in that line. And so I was like, nah.
It's true. You can. No one checks it.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to. I want to see a screen cap of the Venmo here, though, because here's the other thing. When did he send him the money? Because that could be very telling. If it was like Tuesday at lunchtime, like, okay, come on, man. We all know that was for Chipotle, and he was just screwing around. But if it was like Saturday night, ooh, boy, probably lost some scratch to someone. I can't find any screen caps. Screen crap.
Because he scrubbed it. He scrubbed it from the internet.
There is no such thing.
No such thing. An NCAA investigation, and the man might be cooked over potentially a joke. Mookie,
how much was the payment? That's what I want to know too.
Why are you asking me these deep of questions, Mook? Like, do some show prep. I
am right now. I can't find it on the internet. The Google's not doing me any good.
Bro, Jake's peepee's out there. You can't find this thing? I mean, come on, dude. Like, what kind of investigatory
I literally just Googled the guy's name. So, real deep. Oh, here we go. The pictures.
Ooh, images is going to help when you
Jesus Christ. This motherfucker.
11 o'clock at night, chasing.
He put sports gambling, parentheses, UCLA versus USC, end parentheses. Bro, he cooked.
He gave all the details. What an idiot. What an idiot.
And then there's one from his buddy who looks like he also played ball, sending money back to him saying, Ultra Sports Gambling FIFA World Cup. The only way he gets out of this, although I don't think this would work because it's 2022, is if he's like, no, this was us betting on us playing Xbox. We were playing video games, and I lost playing the UCLA USC. But I guess that's still probably gambling, and they're still probably going to get fucked. When are these kids going to learn, man? When are they going to learn?
It's not good. And if you're an Oklahoma fan, you should be worried. But it got me thinking because my original thought when I saw this was like, you put anything in the line. The description doesn't matter. You put whatever. Fellas, I want to know what's the best thing you've put in that transaction line, like what you've paid for, because I never put what I'm actually paying for unless it's like, oh, I got to pay the babysitter. So I'm like watching the kids, right? Like, thank you for watching the kids. I paid the babysitter. But if it's like my buddies that I'm giving money to, or like I got to pay my wife back for something, it's never for what I'm really paying for. Scott, you laughed immediately. What's the best thing you've put in that transaction line on Venmo?
Well, there's two, but one of them was I think it was either you or Shitty that I just put the line was just that thing you did that one time with the winky face emoji. And the other one, another one of my favorite ones is every time he said you pay the babysitter. When we used to pay the babysitter, I would put in babysitting, not through business, so that the government can't get the taxes every time. Like I wanted there to be just like this, only I wasn't worried about anybody catching me, but it was much like this, like, oh, hey, gambling illegally, like, let's go ahead and note it down. So if they ever did want to come back and look and be like, oh, hey, were you tax evading on this? It says you were in the note. Like, oh, no, I was just playing video games. That's a video game note.
Blake, I'm sure you mess with people on the transaction line and Venmo transfers.
No, I'm not that.
No.
I'm not that original. I just post an emoji of what I'm doing. Like for my haircut guy, I put little snippers. If I need to give money to some, I just send a little money emoji. I'm not that original. Like I'm not as funny in real life as you think I am on the show. Like,
wait, is this show not real life?
No, it's not real life.
It's not.
No, this is not real life.
Woo, man, that makes me feel a lot better then. All right, cool.
If anybody, I mark mine as private because I don't want my wife to be embarrassed. But literally every time I have to transfer money over to her, it is like the open hand emoji and then the peach emoji, or like eggplant emoji, taco emoji. Like it is all sexual innuendos nonstop. Like just I send it to her, and then I hear in the other room just her go, Jesus Christ. And then it makes me laugh. I always get worried though, fellas. I like
this comment right here from Sarah. Blake can't Venmo invoices. That's correct. Not as funny. It's not as funny if you can't send it with like, well, we got the documents printed. Let me pay you for the documents. Or that was what a great time. I'm sending you money. What I told her, what a good time. It was very good. Very good time. It's that doesn't hit the same, so I don't know. It's just not as funny,
God, Sarah threw one of juice too.
I knew that was coming.
Used to pay for babysitting, so now he dodges babysitter payments too.
No, I dodge babysitter payments by not having a babysitter, Sarah. Like my kids are old enough now, and I decided they were old enough a while ago, enough that it was you're staying home, you're fine. I did this when I was younger than you. You'll be all right. See you later.
Scott did the math.
I could do that? Your kids are mine.
Yeah, look, it's a simple math equation, right? The amount of money Scott would have to actually pay a babysitter, how much that's going to cost, versus the amount of money you might have to pay if they get deathly injured when they're left home alone. Like there's like
all about doing the math, baby.
Exactly. Like 2% chance someone breaks a leg and you got a fat medical bill that you end up dodging anyways. So it's like, it's just smart, really.
Mook, what are you putting in the transaction line? What's your go-to? What's the funny line you use?
I mean, I guess I got to respect the game here. Like we got to betting on kids.
Okay, Trump.
To be fair, I did put a little bumblebee after it because it was for the spelling bee.
Everybody got quiet. You made everybody feel awkward, right? I don't want to be here anymore, actually. It was a bad idea.
Tried to weasel out of it, but respect
betting
the game
on kids record needle drop.
Jesse's got your back though, Mook. Just clarifying for you, it's betting, not petting.
Yes, also very true.
I said biggers. Right. I said biggers.
Yeah. M is in Mancy. Name that show.
Dan said, Scott, you just got to give him those that unlimited Roblox time. What's the worst that could happen? No need for babysitters.
Ooh, Dan, what you noshing on there in that photo though? That looks a little tasty treat there. Like some gumbo or something.
It's tacos.
Hold on a minute. Race card.
It's fucking. I've seen the picture before. It actually is tacos. You dumbass.
I mean, hey.
I wasn't just making an assumption.
That bar also said that bee was carrying some weight, Mookie. That was
It wasn't tacos. Look at it. Daniel's saying it wasn't tacos. Read this comment.
He
Oh,
said
fuck.
Bitch.
Do the race card again. Somebody.
Yeah, you earned this one. Race card.
I earned it on the back end. Nothing like a reverse race card.
Damn, now we need to reverse the reverse race card because he says and seafood tacos. Was that in the picture? Was that in the picture?
You know what? Judge's ruling. Nah, we're gonna let it stand.
No, you got to rescind the race card in this case. That's he said
race card.
Oh, God. Again, we need to have that play in reverse when we have to rescind the race.
Yeah, why isn't there a button for that? Like they got a loop button. Why isn't there a record scratch or reverse one?
Chase, by the way, saying that was the opposite of Mookie calling for the ball. That was Mike forcing the pass and Mookie making the catch. rare that happens. What do we think here, fellas? Do we think anything comes of this? Is he going to get suspended?
Guy's cooked. He's
Done.
absolutely cooked.
You're saying done?
Yeah, like any whiff of gambling in sports right now gets you absolutely shipped out. How do they not suspend the dude for enough of the season where it's like, well, why even have the kid around, the team anymore?
Because I think the rules are if you're betting on a team that's not your team or a game that you're not involved in, at most it's 50% of the season. So he could still come back second half of the year.
We'll see.
Scott, is this dude cooked? Is he done?
He's done for some type of time. I mean, whether or not it's full career or half the season, whatever, but I don't think you can escape straight up putting gambling on the Venmo line and then trying to redact.
Yeah,
redacting never works. I can promise you that.
I can tell you redacting does work. You can redact. You can redact. A lot of redacting. So many redact. A lot of people are saying you can't. I told them you can redact. Redactions. You can do no time. It's gonna be great. I think he's gonna great future ahead. I think he does great work. A lot of stuff he's gonna do. What a great guy.
He's probably already in the cabinet. To be perfectly honest with you, this guy's probably already like Secretary of Gambling by now.
They have that?
No, I mean they've been making up jobs ever since things got started in January. So why not?
If there was a role I was made to play, I tell you.
By the way, Scott, just to set your mind at ease, Joe said there is no Ohio law requiring minimum age for kids to stay at home. Informational purposes only, not legal advice coming from the lawyer.
I appreciate that, but this is one of those things that I looked up and I thought it said something about no child, like the
no child left behind is for school, Scott, not home.
Well, yeah, but it was like I thought it was like no child under the age of like 10, like the oldest child couldn't be 10 and then be home. But hey, whatever works. My kids hadn't burned down the house, so it's fine. I'm not paying babysitters anymore. Woo!
Oh man,
can't put babysitters underneath the cart and just roll past the door.
I mean, you can. It's just not.
It would be illegal.
That's how you end up in files.
Did you pay for that babysitter, sir? On the bottom of your card? I don't think so. Let me check your receipt.
Check the Venmo. I put it in there.
It's right there.
All right. The other football news from this week, I'm going to pull this up for you fellas because we had a statue reveal. Tom Brady had a statue revealed outside of Gillette Stadium, and it was a statue. Here is Tom Brady's statue. That's not even, is that the right one?
Is he throwing up the Black Power fist? They got him Black Panthering over here?
Look at the proportions of his arms, man. Why are they so off?
Why can't they do these statues correctly? Somebody showed me this messy one from a while ago, many years ago, I guess, and it was all drinked up. And they had to redo it because he was like, no, bro, I don't even know who that guy is. I'm just wondering why they can't do
I don't
She's
understand it, man. I don't understand. His body, his torso is wide as all hell compared to the head size.
The head is a peanut. He's the
Yeah,
man is
it's
a peanut.
tiny.
Well,
dude.
no, but hold on though, because remember when the first Super Bowl, like the pads were still big back then. Like
I
But even
understand, but
still, that's
but-
not.
look at. I'm not even comparing it to his shoulders. I'm comparing it to his chest.
Yeah,
Like,
the torso and the head
guy-
proportion is way off.
Bro, we listen. If we're gonna keep making statues like this, we need to quit making statues. Like that's all there is to it. There's no way
we
that
just
you
quit
can
making
keep putting out
statues.
statues like this.
Why we gotta qualify it? Like, let's just stop.
That's what I'm saying. Like if this is what it's gonna be,
But I don't get it because they've got those photorealistic busts at the Hall of Fame, and then you see this shit. This comes out every time we do this now. Like they didn't used to be this terrible when they unveiled the Air Jordan statue in Chicago. Nobody was like, "What in the hell?" Like even the Shaq one. Like this is becoming a thing now. Like where these statues, it's like somebody's intentionally making them look like shit.
They're trying to like out whatever each other to make the
These because like and none of these people can honestly say, "Oh yeah, that's me." I mean,
Yeah, what was his response when he saw? I really want to know this now.
I mean, he looks really happy down there in the left.
I think he was pretty pumped. I think he
Yeah.
liked it. It just doesn't look good at all.
Yeah, it's not flattering.
Mm-mm.
I'm pulling up the images now, fellas. So real quick before we transition away, Scott, you as the Brady hater in the group, the premier Brady hater in the group.
Hate. It just popped out.
How did you feel, Scott, about this statue being revealed during a preseason game? Like, not even like, oh, we're gonna get like it's gonna be a big division rivalry game where it's Monday Night Football or whatever. They revealed the statue in a preseason game. So, as the hater of the group, how much did that make your heart feel good? Because it's a terrible time.
I did wonder about the timing when it happened. I'm like, they didn't do this during a regular season, like a Colts game or some a Sunday night game, a Monday night game. Nah, I guess the Patriots don't get that since Tom left. But yikes, during before a preseason game, looking like that, I don't know, man. He looks all happy as shit, but behind the scenes, I'd be like, are you fucking serious? Like, what? That doesn't look anything like me. Like, I was never that wide-bodied ever.
No, he definitely cried in the car on the way home. For sure.
Yeah, it's awful. But yes, I do love that it was meaningless preseason game. Come honor the GOAT. And watch guys play a quarter football.
Watch guys who aren't going to be on the team later play a little bit of football. All right, so Blake mentioned the Messi statue. I think, Blake, what you were referring to was the Ronaldo statue.
Oh yeah, one of them soccers.
One of them soccer guys. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna play a game of Sip, Chug, Drainpour. We have to pick between the Tom Brady statue.
God,
There it
he
is,
looks
right
scary, dude.
I mean, I'll say the face doesn't look bad for Brady, at least. God bless.
Save it for the game, Scott. The Ronaldo statue or the Dwyane Wade.
Oh my God.
This is courtesy of Matt Barr.
All right. No, this is easy. This is easy.
So Chug, Drainpour. We'll go back through them for you. You got Dwyane Wade.
Yeah.
You got Ronaldo's bust. And you got Tom Brady just staring into your soul.
Look, I hate to say it, but you got to sip Tom because it's the least objectionable. It's the one that looks not as bad as the other two. You chug the Dwyane Wade because it's got some opportunities, if you will, but it's still not that bad. Yeah, there's parts of that work, like the arms, the gesture, his face is. They tried. But holy shit, dude, that Ronaldo one is still insane. That's an alien. That is an alien. And on top of it, all they did was the bust. Like all you had to do was get the head right. Whereas
the eyes, just the eyes. He's got crazy eyes.
Like that is so unsettling,
I don't like this,
man.
Yeah, it's scary.
Blake, Sip, Chug, Drainpour. The Tom Brady, the Ronaldo, or the Dwyane Wade.
Yeah, so I'd sip on that old Tom Brady. That seems like a good answer right there. I'd chug the Ronaldo, and I would say this. This is why I'm a fan of the boys. And pull up the picture right now of that looks like what's his name, Homelander in the comics, like that, because he's all cartoony. That looks like his face when he gets real excited. He's like, "Oh, I'm about to laser somebody and suck on boobies or something." That's his face. And I would tell people, I'm like, "Ooh, check out this Homelander, little bust I got. Isn't that really cool?" And then Dwyane Wade, bro, that's got to go down the drain. Just get rid of that. Make that, do something with that. Make some tables for some schools out of that or something. Like, just pour that on down the drain and get it away. Get it away now.
Tables for schools. Tank said Dwyane Wade statue looks like when Jimmy Kimmel did Karl Malone blackface on the Man Show.
Jimmy Kimmel did blackface.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was a thing that happened on TV multiple times, not just once. Dan saying Dwyane Wade, that's not Dwyane Wade, that's Lawrence Fishburne. And Jesse pointing out the Charlie Kirk eyes on Ronaldo. That is very Charlie Kirk.
If you stare at it long enough, you start to have thoughts of wondering what a woman is, and then you just don't want that, actually. So that's good. It's a good commentary right there.
Scott, what's your sip, chug, drain, pour on these statues?
I'm drain pouring the one that looks like it's missing a chromosome. I'm chugging
all of them.
I'm chugging Dwayne Jones. His name is Dwayne Jones.
Didn't she call him Wayne? She didn't even call him Dwayne.
Maybe, yeah. I just remember the last name of Jones. You know him. We love him. He's the hero of the city. Wayne Jones. What? Wade.
Oof.
And then I'm chugging, or I'm sipping on Brady because I like the face at least is
at least looks human.
Yeah, the head on Brady, it's just the disproportionate body measures are just they're all over the place. But the face itself doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's definitely going to like kill people. Like
it could be the Terminator, but
stone cold stare. Like it is actually scary. Like that's the scariest Tom has been.
Well, I got to give him credit. You look at it closely; they did the pads really well. Like that was some good perception.
It should have been him throwing deflated balls. That's how they should.
How do you know it wasn't?
First full moon, this thing is coming to life and murdering all the children in Fox.
It looks like if that thing was like a white, silvery, shimmery. That thing's a White Walker in Game of Thrones. Let's cut to a clip. And you're right. He does steal children because that's what they do in that show. Again, let's cut to a clip.
That statue looks like it's about to make out with its son real open mouth. I can promise you that.
Again, very lifelike and accurate.
For me, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to drain pour the Brady statue. It's too realistic for me. Too realistic looking. I'm going to go ahead and chug on the Marcus Freeman statue. I mean, the Dwyane Wade statue. Keeping that one around. I am sipping that Ronaldo statue forever and always because it's too damn funny. I'm not going based on how it looks. I'm going off of vibes.
You're saying entertainment value.
Way better entertainment value.
Yeah,
way
better
fair. Entertainment value on that one. So I'm playing by my own rules on this one.
I mean, I will say it would be the funniest talking piece. Like if you had like a really nice place, you walk in, you've got this really luxurious front room, and then that statue is like center. It's just right there on a podium. Like you'd be like, one, why the fuck do you have that? And two, that's amazing because like just
could you imagine Ronaldo's head on Brady's body?
Just this head.
That head on the other statue,
of Brady. I would love it. I would love it.
It's got the same haircut as one of our friends. Just got a fresh clip and a cut. Go Mets.
Got to a clip.
Oh my god!
All right, one more football story, and then we can talk to Blake about some combat sports. But the AP preseason AP poll was released this week, fellas, and Texas, go Horns, hook 'em Horns.
Let's do it.
Go Horns.
Number one for the first time in maybe ever, at least like 20 years or so. But Texas will also become the first number one team to be an underdog in week 1 of the season, because they are number one and then playing at Ohio State, and they're officially underdogs in that game. That's not a surprise that Texas is number one. The surprise, Scott, Penn State is ranked second.
I saw that.
So dumb.
I saw the top 10 and I thought, is that like, that's right? Is that just ESPN's ranking? Is that the real ranking? Because that didn't seem
Real?
Yeah, that didn't seem accurate. Even with my limited knowledge, I was like, that stands out as wildly wrong to me, but okay.
It sounds right to me. That's all I'm saying. It sounds very correct. No, I'm way okay with it. Is it deserving? I'm not saying yes or no. Do I love it? Yeah, that's all that matters. Also, us playing Ohio. Let's just see how that goes. There's a reason we're underdogs, I suppose, you know. But that's exciting. Everybody in here, they might as well throw a damn parade, because like as soon as that was announced, a whole Facebook feed was, "Oh my God, we're number one!" It's like it's real nice. It's real nice, folks. I'm glad to see so many college fans. Yeah, that's my thoughts.
Gonna be seeing a lot of orange for a couple weeks there, Blake. A lot of orange around town. Mookie, how'd you
burn orange to you, son?
True.
Son of a bitch.
I'm sorry. My bad. Mookie, how'd you feel looking at the top 10? Your boys came in, and my boys as well. Numbers 5, right, in the AP? 6 in the coaches, 5 in the AP?
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
That's,
One of the 5 or 6.
That's tough.
6 in the AP.
The good news is we're high enough that if shit goes south in Miami, we've still got a case. We've still got a route to the playoffs. That's all that matters, right? You just want to get a ticket to the dance.
The Miami game doesn't hurt. They're 10.
Doesn't hurt, right? That's what I'm saying. Like if things don't go well in that game, it's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Our schedule this year is a gauntlet. But you know, again, I think our passing game, regardless of which quarterback we go with, is going to look solid. There's really, you can't feel bad about the backfield either. So like, I don't want to. You're going to make me say it. You're going to make me say it. I feel like we're where we belong, but I don't want to say that because then that's when things go badly. But damn it, every once in a while, the pollsters get it right.
You're getting hope. You got hope, Mook.
There's things that feel like they make sense when I look at the polls. I'm like, yeah, it kind of makes sense.
Oh, you know that's
back, baby.
All right, let's go.
Back. The wise guys.
The wise guys poll is back.
The Gabagools, baby.
If you don't know what this poll is, this
You've
is
been living under a rock.
You're with Mookie because he don't know either.
Mookie. Well, Mookie understands it now. It's a lot easier for him this year. On this show, we realized polls are just made up by people. People just make up polls, and then we've accepted that these polls have weight. Just because some beat writers vote for somebody, no. That's not the way to do this. On this show, we rank our college football teams the only way that should be ranked, based on their Vegas odds to win it all. So this is the Wise Guys poll. I hate this so much because it's so much work for me to do throughout the season until like week 12. Week 12, not as much work. Thank you, Tyson, for that. But early on in the season, I'm tracking 115 teams and their odds to win the national title. And we narrow it down to 10-ish every single week. So here we go. The Wise Guys Top 10 preseason poll, fellas, coming in at number 10, Ole Miss.
Yeah, Lane.
Lane Kiffin hanging out there.
Tulane, though, just saying.
Don't talk. Your dynasty, bro. Number 9, we've got a three-way tie. Texas A&M, Miami, Florida, and Florida, all at plus 4,000 odds. This is why it's the Wise Guys Top 10-ish. Number 8, Michigan plus 2,800. That is absurd. That's insanely high. That is Vegas. Just
no, you know what that is? That's Ann Arbor money betting that number down. Those delusional fools.
Number 7, LSU plus 1,400. Brian Kelly and his family down there in LSU plus 1,400 odds to win the title. Number 6, Oregon plus 1,300. Seems like some good value there. That's a decent value play. Number 5, Mook, Notre Dame plus 1,200. Decent odds.
It feels right.
Decent odds, bro.
Feels right.
Now we get to the top 4, fellas. 4-ish. Top 4-ish. Coming in at number 4, we got a tie. Alabama and Clemson.
See, Alabama. I don't understand why everyone's so high in Clemson, though, honestly. Like, they weren't good last year. What have they done this offseason other than, pray the Bible to make them any good?
Because, Mook, we have to have Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State.
You know the rules.
That's how this goes.
I didn't think Clemson was still included. I thought they got relegated because they're like, wait, they're still in the ACC? Get the fuck out of here.
Still included. Number 3, Georgia.
Dogs!
Hidden a little bit by the logo, but that's plus 750 odds for Georgia. Number 2, Penn State, plus 700 odds. Even Vegas is feeling good about Penn State, which is wild, too.
That's stupid. That's so dumb.
Then we got a tie for number 1, fellas. Ohio State and Texas both tied, plus 550 odds. Scott, your reaction to our first preseason Wiseguy top 10-ish poll?
I will say right now, without any hesitation, that pick any 3 of those 5 or 6 teams, rather, and there's your top 4 at the end of the season.
3 of the top 4? Not any 3. I disagree with that. Clemson.
I'm going to go Ohio State and Texas, both going to be there, and I'm also going to pick the Dogs.
All right, that's fair. So not any 3, because not Clemson. If you throw Clemson in your 3, you're losing this battle.
Well, that's fine, but I'm just saying you can pick from on there, and you may be right, but I'm going with Texas, Georgia, and Ohio State.
Blake, you don't give a shit about college football. How do you feel about it?
No, I'm saying in the Final Four.
UT's still number 1, so what do I care?
Mookie, your initial reactions to the Wiseguys top 10-ish preseason?
I mean, Vegas, it's a beautiful mirage in the desert for a reason. Like, can't find a lot to argue with that other than Penn State. I don't get it. I don't get it. Same thing with
we do this every year with Penn State now, though. They're up in the top 5, top 7 somewhere, and we always look at it and say they don't belong. And then by the end of the season, they stub their toe and prove they don't belong.
Is maybe what they're doing finally? Are they learning? Like, I'm looking it up right now. What's Penn State's schedule like? Because maybe this year they actually have a schedule they have to play people.
No, this is the year where they don't have to play anybody. I bet you they avoid.
That was last year.
I bet you they avoid Ohio State. They avoid Michigan. Like, they're going to have a cakewalk schedule. Watch. Their biggest game is going to be like Michigan State and Indiana.
Okay, so they do have to go. They play Oregon at home. They have to go to Columbus.
Oh,
and then they play IU, which. But before any of those games, to open the season, they go Nevada, FIU, Nova. Villanova still has a football team.
Gauntlet.
Yeah. But again, Oregon at UCLA, Northwestern at Iowa, at Ohio State, Indiana at Michigan State, Nebraska at Rutgers. That's a C plus schedule at most, like difficulty wise.
Tank wanting to know if Penn State doesn't make the playoffs, does James Franklin get canned? How hot is his seat this season? It's got to be scorching.
Dude, it should be red hot at this
There's
point.
no way this dude survives. If they don't make the playoffs, he's out, especially with this preseason hype. Like, there's no way. You got to remember, 12-team playoffs. If you don't make a 12-team playoff, it's abject failure.
What the fuck are you doing?
And Mookie, your complaints have been heard, and the system is much easier to understand now because we do not get automatic buys for the top 4 champions. The champions make it into the playoffs.
Okay.
It's the top 4 teams that get the buys. So currently, this is what it would look
like. But why is Boise wasn't in the top 10?
Texas, they are still a conference champion, so they get a bid. So you've got Texas and Ohio State that take 1 and 2. Penn State and Georgia at 3 and 4. Those are your buys. The 5-12 matchup is Clemson.
It's going to be so different. This isn't what it's going to be. They got to play the games.
Oh my God, I hate you so much.
Although Notre Dame, Michigan in the playoffs.
Guys, look at how much the ESPN execs are creaming themselves looking at this possibility on the right side of the bracket. Notre Dame versus Michigan, then Notre Dame versus Ohio State, and then either Notre Dame or Ohio State versus Alabama. That is their wet dream. And then the winner of
I was going to say, and then
Texas or Georgia.
I was going to say LSU, Georgia, Texas, Oregon. Like, I mean, those are all like they've done it, but I mean, Boise State and Arizona State, who have absolutely no chance in this scenario of getting to the final. They're the only ones that would terrify them, and there's not a chance. Like, they're going to get sexy matchups no matter what if it looks anything close to this. I can't wait to see which team comes in and fucks this all up for us this year. The team that later on we're looking at, and then there's just like they screwed it up. They came in at the last minute and kicked the door in the conference championship and messed the whole thing up.
I'm gonna tell you right here because Joe nailed it. Penn State, the arsenal of college football.
Because we ain't got to worry about them winning a trophy anytime soon. So
Nope,
that's
not at all. Not at all.
All right. I got to do this like
Tank, yes. He said, give us Michigan versus Indy so Shane Gillis can roast David Portnoy on the pregame show.
That would be great. If that man wasn't afraid of Nick Saban, he's not afraid to go after Dave Portnoy. All right, listen, we have talked a lot of football with Blake here. Blake is not a football guy. He does not give a shit about college football. Blake is a UFC expert. So let's talk some UFC with our boy Money Blakeweather.
Are you ready? That goes in the files. Are you ready? Let's get it all.
Blake.
Yeah.
Your boys dominated the news cycle this week. Finally. Dominated it so much that it took me an hour to get to the story on the show. But UFC signed a $7.7 billion deal with Paramount to now be shown on Paramount Plus. It's the end of the pay-per-view era. It's done. There will be no more pay-per-views. You sign up for Paramount Plus, you get everything the UFC does. How do you feel about this, Blake? Like, this is a huge shift in the UFC's model.
I'm rich, bitch. No, like I do feel like that. I'm like, I don't have to pay for pay-per-views. Because I always pay for pay-per-views. I don't know any other places where you can watch pay-per-views. I don't know any of those places. Never seen them. Don't know anything about stream sites or anything.
Neither do we.
Yeah, we are just pirates out here. But yeah, no, it's great. I think for me and other fans, like, if there were such sites, you don't have to worry about lagging or buffering or things like that. If there were such things,
okay. You really trust Paramount Plus? I'm sorry, but like you said, there's no buffering or streaming. You really think Paramount Plus is going to be able to handle a UFC primetime card?
We're gonna find out. Hopefully, they have
all right.
They have better technology than Netflix did with Tyson and Jake Paul.
We have the technology.
We got the tech. Let me tell you, we got the CIA documents prove that these guys have the technology. It's the late '80s. We all know what's going on. Don't do that. Don't tease me.
Hold on, though. We have to give this one to Rex because he's saying, isn't it still pay-per-view if you have to pay for Paramount Plus?
Negative. No, because you're not paying for an individual event. No. If you had to pay Paramount Plus every single time you went to watch UFC, then yes, it's pay-per-view.
But technically a pay-per-view model, but it's like you're paying per the. You could also watch
model
show and shit. Like
SpongeBob model is the challenge pay-per-view model. I'm sorry, is. I will die on this semantics hill. This is.
Do you know how long it took me to realize that pay-per-view was pay-per-view and not pay-per-view?
Not a shock at all. Not a shock in the least.
That makes sense why y'all have him here. That makes sense.
Absolutely.
I want to say it was like in college when we were hanging out with the neighbors in Norwood next door.
It's in the name. Pay per view. Wow.
But I always thought it was paper view, which is always confusing.
You're
You're
watching the TV.
You thought when they abbreviated it PPV, you were like they use both P's and paper.
That's correct.
Take 2 letters from paper.
That is correct. Yeah, because it was pay-per-view.
I wasn't gonna drink whiskey until I made my picks, but thanks, Mookie. You have forced me to.
Hey, I got you, man.
Be an alcoholic.
You,
from hearing. Where's the clip of the guy from Billy Madison? He's like, "We're all now dumber for having heard you say that. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul."
Speaking of which, I finally watched Happy Gilmore 2. We could break that down.
Wow.
I'm gonna pour a double right now. But I'm so glad that you don't have to do the paper. I think the pay-per-view model is out of date. I like nobody buys boxing fights anymore. Like, everybody goes to somebody's house or you go to a restaurant to go and watch it. Like nobody, it's dead. It's a dead model. Given apparently if there's sites out there that you could watch it, especially. I think that's a great. It's a great move, and it's not a great move for UFC because what happens now with fighters and creating superstars how's the promotion and marketing going to be? Are they even going to care, or they're just like people are going to watch it? Like it feels like maybe the era of the superstar is dead, and that sort of sucks. Like it's going to make me feel like, depending on how this goes, like, damn, I miss my Conor McGregors, my Chuck Liddells, my GSPs, people like that. The Cain Velasquez's, the people that they tried to push throughout the years. I think that might be a pain point going forward with finding people to market. But overall,
but Blake, let me ask you this question though: is there a point though where maybe it helps, because instead of trying to hype every pay-per-view up to say, hey, this is the guy, this is the rising star, this is why you got to pay $70 to tune in, having that regularity takes some of that pressure off of trying to shoot your shot too early, right? Like, what is there maybe some value in them being able to let things kind of grow and unfold organically, where almost like with football and stuff, you're like, look, man, every weekend I'm gonna get UFC fights and we're gonna see how this plays out. You have a little bit more time and space to let the storylines unfold.
Old man watches paper.
Sorry.
Come over here. I got my pay-per-view up.
I was laughing because I saw the moment that the 50 milligrams hit Scott while Mookie was talking. Like there was a moment where Scott just melted for a second.
Because I'm sitting there just giggling in the pay-per-view. Like I can't. Like that is so you. Like, let me get real for a moment with the most unshocking thing I've ever said.
Like, and Sarah, shout out to my guy Caesar. Shit. Love you, dog. Yes, I might have also been on the Bud Light struggle bus. But anyways, Blake, isn't there maybe something that this helps take the pressure off of them trying to microwave superstars to justify having people pay for those events?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. But like, I think the unfortunate thing is this is going to impact the fighters, because I think the champions, they get pay-per-view points from the pay-per-views, whether they sell a lot or a little. Unfortunately, when they move to this ESPN platform, nobody knows the numbers. The numbers aren't like released like they used to be when they were under Fox, or even when they were just independent and didn't have the backing of a major broadcasting network, and the numbers used to get released. But we do know that the champions, especially main eventers, it's written into their contracts to get pay-per-view points. And so I think it's fortunate for the fans. Yes, we get more exposure to these fighters, and you hope that people are going to tune in that weren't tuning in because they had to pay anywhere from $74 if you caught that $10 less that they would do if you bought it a week before, or $84, 80 whatever would change, $79.89 whatever that is would change. I guess $84. Yeah, you're not having to pay that, so there's no more of that buffer there for them to be. There's no excuse to be like, oh, I'm not watching UFC. No, man, you got Paramount Plus. Like, pay that $10 and then just watch the damn pay-per-view. It's going to be great. Oh, the big UFC event, I guess is what they're going to call it. I think it's mostly unfortunate for the fighters. I think Tank said it in here somewhere. The UFC doesn't want there to be a situation again where one fighter is bigger than the brand. The Conor McGregor situation where he's just like, The champ does what the fuck he wants, right? Like that whole shit. Like they don't want none of that. They don't want none of that in Francis Ngannou shit where he's the champ and he's just like, well, fuck you guys. I'm going somewhere else. So they don't want that. They want just a whole bunch of people who are like, what are the company men, right? They want that. So I think it's unfortunate for the fighters. It's fortunate for the fans. We'll see how it plays out. I'm happy because I think even people, ESPN didn't want to have to maybe lose that money, or they couldn't work out a deal with them. I want to know, somebody look it up. Young Jamie, pull this up. I want to know the numbers of how many people have Paramount Plus, so they can know, in their heads, okay, we have potential to this many eyes. Are there people here who are going to want to watch it?
Oh, wow.
The end of June 2025, according to Google AI,
79 million.
77.7 million subscribers worldwide.
Mine says 79
that
million.
was a slight decrease from the 79 million subscribers the platform had at the end of March. Get updated information, Mook.
Hey, I was using Google AI too, so you can fuck right off.
Well, you didn't ask the right question.
Also,
get better at your prompts, bud. All right, AI is going to
Blake,
leave you in the dust, bro.
Scott wants to know, are pay-per-view points kind of like FedEx Cup Tour points, or are they more like cut percentage revenue points?
You're using a lot of big words. You're offending me a
Mookie
little.
getting super pissed there for you can fuck right off. He got serious there for a second. It was hilarious.
Yeah, but it is a percentage of every dollar that comes in per pay-per-view. They get a percentage of it. So you're losing out on a lot of money.
Don't worry, Blake, because Dana said maybe some fighter raises are on the table now. We just got 7.7 billion. Maybe I'll throw a couple crumbs down.
Maybe
I'll let you guys ever heard of this trickle down thing? I might let a little trickle down. Who knows?
Let it trickle down his asshole and have him lick it up. He's such full of shit with fighter pay, bro. These fighters have been making. There's no yearly inflation raise for these fighters. These guys have been making it was a big deal. It went from 8-8 and 10-10 and 16-16, but it's been at 16-16 for a long time. The base, that's when you come into the UFC. So I don't know, man. I don't think that they're going to be sharing the wealth with these fighters. Let's look it up. Don't even have to tell anybody, but everybody out there, look up the amount of profit share that the UFC does in comparison with the NFL, the NBA, all these big sports. The UFC pays them. Yeah, even them, they probably make bigger percentage, not more money, but a bigger percentage of the money that comes in. I think the UFC does something I think it's 19% or 20 something percent. It's not a lot.
I'm seeing
18%.
Oh, UFC paid 18.6% of its total revenue to fighters.
Yep.
Which is 4 times less than Major League Soccer.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I told you.
Buddy with the win.
Yeah, you think Dana's going to pay these fools money with the 7.7 billion? No, he's not giving them more money. He's getting more money. And he doesn't even. It's just frustrating. That guy, he does so much crazy shit. But I don't know, man. I think with this, hopefully, the UFC dies down a little bit, and this gives other organizations a bigger chance to sort of. Maybe that ESPN spot opens up and something like PFL can come in there. I don't know. There needs to be another answer for UFC so that way fighters can make more. But as a fan of UFC, I'm selfishly at least I don't have to pay for a fucking pay-per-view, but have the homies over or whatever. So I don't know.
So we've had a couple fun typos. Jesse posted in the chat. Running UFO ads in the wide variety of old person CBS shows isn't the best idea. UFC, fuck, I can't type, which is funny because UFO ads on Paramount Plus would do wonderful.
Either one of those would be hilarious.
But I also like Rex's question. Do you think? So hold on. We got to go back because Rex had a great call out about how Scott beat his ass, but I can't find it. Do you think sports will choose a streaming platform other than their own, where we may have a world where Paramount Plus is the UFC and ESPN is college football and NBC is EPL and MLS or something? Is that where we're headed with all of this?
I mean, it's partial, right? Boxing is now on Netflix, for bigger events, at least with Jake Paul's promotion. There could be more. There's events There's boxing events. They have boxing pay-per-views, and I think they have ONE FC on Amazon Prime. So that's not far off, at least with these sports. I think now, right? Like, you can look on Amazon Prime, and they have it's like soccer or whatever. Like, they have different sports. So I could see a world like who is it? Is it Apple TV? They do the damn. What's that soccer? That's
MLS.
Not the big soccer. MLS. Don't they do MLS?
Not the big soccer. Not big soccer. The little
Blake, were you
the little guy soccer? I told them.
Are
I
you
saw
trying
a
to
bunch
throw
of little
shade, or are
guys.
you just having trouble remembering?
We had the Austin Verde, and I don't know fucking what league that these fucks are in.
MLS.
Okay?
All right, that's fair. I wanted to clarify.
Austin
Like,
FC
damn,
and MLS.
he's being so genuine right now. The way he's burning us is it hurts even more.
It hurts.
I'm sorry. I don't know this.
Okay,
I
You
don't
know
know
what?
these
It
sports
wasn't
guys.
even like it wasn't even like that you said the little league. It was the dismissive hand gesture of like those little soccer guys.
Because Blake's
you guys
probably
watch
excited for
and
the
you
EPL
care
to
about.
kick off on Friday, and he didn't want us to confuse it with the EPL. He's like,
Those
the little
cute
one, the
little
other
soccer
one.
guys.
Yeah, that's not the people who are really excited, like the British fans and the country. They got the different countries and their fans bigger than these other people who claim to be fans. That's all I'm saying.
You're right about that, Blake. I am. My algorithm now is showing me nothing but clips between like British soccer chants and then following it up with the U.S. soccer chants. And like the British soccer chants are always like,
Oh, they're
"Your
so
mom's a
good.
cunt, your dad fucks sheep, we hate you, go burn in hell." And then the U.S. chants are like, "NYFC." It's like, God, we suck as sports fans.
But yeah, we're not good sports fans except for NFL. Like, we go crazy for that, but like not
That's exactly
soccer.
what it is. We need to bring like the Phillies and the Steelers fan bases into the MLS. Like, that's what we're missing.
You don't want
Yeah.
to go that far.
Philly has a team. What the fuck are you talking
There's-
about?
I know that, but they're not Phillies fans cheering for the Union. They're
No, but they're
MLS
people
fans.
from Philadelphia. It doesn't just because they're not a Phillies fan doesn't mean they don't have the same attitude as somebody. I've seen parking wars. Everybody in Philadelphia is an asshole. All right, I've
That's
seen
true.
it. It's all
Everybody in
good.
Philadelphia-
why doesn't it show up in the supporter section, man? Come on. I ain't afraid of the Union. Get the fuck out of here.
U.S. soccer fans aren't going to be out here like the British fans. Sorry, Blake, I interrupted you, but I do want to bring this question up because this came from Tank, and I think this is a good question because obviously, while this may suck for fighters and they're going to lose some money, it is beneficial for consumers because you're not shelling
absolutely.
out the pay-per-view every month. You're not paying the ESPN subscription and then paying the pay-per-view. Like, you get one bill, you get to watch everything.
Yeah,
the
that's
UFC
great.
puts out. But Tank brings out another point that sucks for the fans. Do you think now UFC is going to go to an earlier start time instead of that 10 p.m. Eastern for those big fights, or are they going to keep that time and make us tune into Paramount Plus at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, you pay less money. You go by their rules. It's been 9 o'clock since, as far as I've watched UFC since 2009, and even before then. Don't think they're changing the time on us. And if they were, I think that would be already announced. They'd be like, UFC's making this much money, but also they got to go. Them big boys got to go a little bit earlier because them old folks need to go to sleep that watch Paramount Plus. Like, that's not what's being said. Also, I want to read this comment right here by Sarah White. What league did you see that one?
What league
Blake,
did you?
Blake Trump hold the trophy for? Held the trophy for the big boys, the big soccer people, the football people, I think they call them. What a great bunch of people. They're big. They kick the ball. They're doing big stuff. I think we need to watch it. It's gonna be great. But yeah, I think
You
this
feel
is
like Trump about the fact that the team name was Chelsea. Is that weird? Men named Chelsea.
I knew a girl named very great gal, very good gal. I grabbed her one time. I can't say where, but she was great person. I knew. Chelsea's are always great people. Chelsea Clinton, they're good. What a great gal.
Well, now we know your fate. That last part, he would know. That last part, he stumbled there. He fell out of character there for a second. Bring it back.
I was gonna say, there's no way a Clinton is getting praise from Trump. That's gonna be like
Nasty woman, evil.
Yeah, she's
What a nasty. Her and her mom, very
Her
nasty.
dad's on the Epstein list. I heard he's been to the island 28 times. I don't know. It's just what I'm hearing.
I saw her there. I mean, I wasn't there, but if I did see her there,
yeah,
I would have seen her there if I was there, but I wasn't there.
I didn't have the pleasure of being invited there.
Pleasure. Fucking wild.
Never been to Pleasure Island.
Dice is asking, is the UFC on Paramount Plus going to interrupt Star Trek?
Only if you let it. Only if you let it. If you have 2 screens, you could watch both.
Plus,
You know,
that's the video streaming, right? Like you can go multimodal, right? It just stream whatever you want. You could have Star Trek in the main view and have the UFC fight in picture.
I don't know if that's how Paramount works, but maybe again, if you have 2 screens, you can just figure out something to do with your life at that point in time.
Look,
I don't know how many Star Trek fans are UFC fans too. I'd love to. Young Jamie, pull up a clip. Let's check that out.
I love that now the producer's got a name. We've upgraded it. It's not just pull a clip. Now the producer, the imaginary producer, has the name.
Oh, that's just what Joe Rogan says. Young Jamie, pull up the. Do apes actually eat apples? Can we pull that? I want to know the stats on how many buffalo actually drink Dr. Peppers. I just want to. Was talking about it right now.
Here I am thinking you're off the cuff. You just
I'm stealing
Rogan.
Okay.
I'm stealing it.
Goddamn.
Riffing Rogan, baby.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we haven't gotten to this whole thing yet with the UFC. So as of right now, you still got to pay the money for the pay-per-views, the views of
Paper.
It's like, oh, dude, it's like, how cool would it be if they did one of those like animation broadcasts where they simulcast the game or the sporting event and something else, but they did it in like 2D paper fighting, like Parappa the Rapper.
Hold up, Mookie, you just stumbled on some greatness.
And I haven't even had a 50 migger either.
Hold up. Paramount owns Nickelodeon.
South Park. Oh,
They do own South Park. They own Nickelodeon. We have already seen Paramount do the Nickelodeon NFL games. Can we get a Nickelodeon UFC event where like somebody gets knocked out and slime squirts up and goes all over the octagon, and like it's being announced instead of Joe Rogan and crew, it's SpongeBob and Patrick calling the action? This is something now. Blake, we want to get younger kids into UFC. This is how we do it. This opens up the door to a Nickelodeon UFC broadcast. Can we make this happen?
You're welcome.
I want to see all of this so that way my son, as he turns older, he will be 2 in November, can have something to cling on to as a child and have that energy and vigor to be like, old SpongeBob.
Klingon. Were you talking about Star Trek? Were we going back to Star Trek?
What a bad show. What a bad take. Look at this guy. This guy just interrupts. What a bad host. Don't like
Hold on, Blake, I got it for you. Hold on. I got him.
Move this man.
Cut to a clip. I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, I did.
He did cut to the clip. That was a good guy. But yeah, I'd love to see. I love to see that for the kids. Again, I want to get my son into jiu-jitsu and boxing. He's Mexican and Brazilian. He's got to do both. I don't know which one he's going to be a world champion in, but one of them. But if he had, SpongeBob taking on Squidward, ooh, what an interesting match. Squidward's got 6, 8 arms, whatever, how many arms he's got, whatever. That's a good jiu-jitsu match right there, or like a good little MMA match. Patrick versus Mr. Krabs. Ooh, they're the same weight class. Let's figure it out. Let's put some odds on this. I'm all here for it.
Jesus.
Actually,
What the fuck is that nightmare?
I want to see the Nickelodeon broadcast where after somebody gets knocked out, they add the googly eyes and the SpongeBob Krabby Patty to their head, and or they get knocked out and they're laying on the canvas and they animate in the birds and the stars twirling around.
Oh yeah,
I love it. I love it.
Also, Sarah is the resident animal expert. How many legs does Squidward have? Just
throw it in the comments. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you for that sidetrack, Mookie, about Nickelodeon, because that
what
now I'm all on board with this partnership. But until that happens, we still have to pay for pay-per-views. So Blake, we've got one coming up this weekend. There's a card happening. No, it's this weekend.
It is this weekend.
319 in Chicago, right?
For some reason, they put the South African, and where's Khamzat Chimaev from? Definitely not Chicago, that's for sure. He's from Chechnya, so you got a Chechnyan and Russian and a South African, and they walk into a bar, and then let's talk about how the joke lands. All right, but they're not. The end of the joke is, and then they weren't from Chicago. Oh, that's crazy. But yeah. UFC 319, Dricus du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev. As we talk about this card, as I do on my Whiskey and a Mystery podcast, I bring on whiskey nerds and experts to pair the movie with a good whiskey. I'm going to bring that same spirit like I've done for the last two UFC cards that I've broken down and pair this UFC with a whiskey.
Spirit.
Tonight is going to be 1792 small batch.
Oh, I just had some last night.
It's small batch because 1792, very noticeable brand. When you walk into any liquor store, the big ones, Total Wines, whatever, the small ones too, you see this whole rack of 1792. And the small batch is their beginning offering. And it's like their lowest variation. Small batches, it's still nice. Like this card, it's still nice. It's a recognizable name. But it's not anything special. This card's not anything special. However, flavor-wise, it's nice. It's nice. It's a nice flavor. Nice flavor. So much like this card. It's not anything special, but it's got some nice flavor on it.
That was an amazing sip reflection. Oh man, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
It's nice.
It's nice.
Bourbon, it's nice. But when you taste it, it's nice. It's a nice. It's nice.
It's nice to have,
Blake,
not anything special.
Do you take requests or suggestions? Because Sarah got one in the chat here. What spirit would you pair with Bloodsport? You don't have to limit to whiskey if you don't want to.
Ooh. Okay.
I'd pair it.
Or you can hit her with the tune in and find out too.
We won't do that movie for a while because it's got a lot of murder mysteries. One of these days, I will do like martial arts and drinks. I don't know.
Well, be careful. If you do Bloodsport, you probably have to do Bloodsports 1 through 7 too, right? I mean,
this is why you're not coming on. Okay, we're just gonna do the first one. We're just gonna.
That's it. That's the only reason.
Well, now it is. Maybe you'll work your way out one of these days.
Probably not. Let's be honest.
I just love that Scott's main contributions throughout tonight's show is just throwing his head back and laughing and being on camera laughing at.
Hey, he's still sitting upright. He may have jelly in his bones right now, but he's sitting upright still.
No, I'm good. I mean, Mook, you've just provided some gold tonight, and then having Blake here to just ping pong off of that, it's just been some good stuff, man. Like you just can't beat this. It's nice.
I think that's why they pinged me and they're like, "What can you do about this Mookie guy?"
Nothing, man.
Say
People
less,
have been
fam.
asking for years. Asking for years.
What can you do?
We do keep bringing Blake back in, like we're just.
I do have a good pairing though for Sarah. It's going to be Elijah Craig's Barrel Proof.
Oh,
a bit more of a pricier bottle. This is actually the B525. This is the newest offering, the batch that they have. It tastes like alcoholic brownies, and it's in the best of ways. It's also 11 years, 6 months, 126.2 proof. That's the reason that I picked it. You watch something like Bloodsport. It's a kick in your mouth, and in that movie, a lot of people getting kicked in the mouth in the best of ways. But for you, you're just getting punched up with the whiskey. You're getting beat up, and all these guys are getting beat up in the movie. And as the movie goes on, you're getting a little bit more sloshed, a little bit more hammered. They're getting CTE in the movie. You're getting CTE with whiskey. I can't think of a better pairing. There probably there's a few other good ones. I'd love to hear everybody's suggestions. I don't think there's a wrong one, but for me, something powerful, something heavy hitting, just like that movie. And then the name Elijah Craig. It's classic. Just like somebody says Elijah Craig, you're like, I'll have one of them tonight. Somebody says Bloodsport, you're like, I just wanted to watch Survivor, but you know what? Bloodsport sounds good tonight, actually. It's good. Very good. So
I'm gonna choose, Blake. I'll choose a whiskey I've never had, but I just saw the name of it, and it sounds like this would fit. Tiger Thick blended whiskey.
You don't want that. It tastes horrible. It's fucking Brendan Schaub's whiskey. And it costs too much money. And it's so when I went to Total Wine maybe a few months ago, I was like, oh, what's something? Because I was trying to like maybe pair whiskeys with these movies, and I was like, what's something that starts off good, but then nobody likes? And then the guy pointed to Tiger Thick, and I'm like, I'm not buying Brendan Schaub's whiskey. I'm not buying Brendan Schaub's whiskey at all. So you can just put that right back, and then they've moved it down in price because it doesn't sell.
I'll keep looking for something else. Anyways, in the meantime, you started to break down this card, which is nice, and if you really get into it, it's nice. So let's hear, Blake, your picks for UFC 319.
Yeah, I got you. So we'll start off the night with the fight that's going to kick off the main event: Tim Elliott versus Kai Asakura. As Kai fought recently for the belt at 124. It was back in December. He fought Pantoja, incredible. Of course, choked him, and Pantoja is still the champ. And that was a guy's first fight in the UFC. Tim Elliott's been with the UFC for quite a while. He was on one of the Ultimate Fighters. I forget which season, but it was when they had all the flyweights together. Did good, did bad, fought for the title, yada, yada. He's okay. He's up and down. He's coming off of a win 2 years ago. Like,
still count.
Yeah, still counts. A win is I watched Fast and Furious the other day. He said it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning. So, his win was December 9th, 2023. Kai Kurosawa's loss was December 7th, 2024. So he's fought more recently. Tim Elliott's coming back. I think this fight goes to Kai, and I think he wins by he'll probably win by decision. You can just look at the stats of knockout, submission, decisions. Tim Elliott doesn't, he don't do too good on decisions sometimes, and sometimes he do. So, but if he's going to lose, it's going to be by submission or decision. He doesn't really get knocked out too much. Kai though does have some power with 13 wins by knockout, and that's a lot for a little fella. So, but I do think he'll win this by decision. So expect a 3-rounder right there.
Best odds right now on FanDuel is Kai plus 155 to win by points. Next best odds is Kai to win by KO TKO at plus 185, and then a big jump, Tim Elliott by points plus 450. So it seems like Kai is going to be the heavy favorite, but to your point, he's got some KO power, chance of that happening, but most likely by decision. There you go, Blake. It's like, you know what the hell you're talking about here.
I don't know. I drink and I know things.
Let's wait until the receipts cash. Okay, we learned this last time. Right?
Oh yeah, I got a text. Yeah. I got a nasty text from Mookie. He said, you owe me a lot of money, and I was like, bro, I told you not to do that. What are you doing?
Look, I'm just saying, I could have been betting on Chi Sox games, but I'm over here.
Shit, he bets 37 cents at a time, bro. Like,
just send him about money, man. It's a principle matter,
right? With like a dick emoji in the subject line, and you're good. Like for 37 cents, you're square.
I lost a handful of change today. I'm pretty upset about it.
Realize how light these cargo pants are now? This is bullshit, man.
Yeah, I lost my McDonald's money. I'm so sorry, Mookie. Please take this double cheeseburger on me. My bad.
There were tater tots in those cargo pants. All right. That's more the crime than anything else here.
Step your game up.
Yeah.
Goddamn Napoleon Dynamite looking motherfucker, boy. All right, let's move on to the next fight. Jared Cannonier versus Michael Page. I'm a huge Michael Venom Page fan. So let's look at this real quick. The last 3 fights, he's 2-1, 1-1, lost 1, and then 1-1. So that's good. And then Jared Cannonier last 3 fights, lost by TKO, lost by decision, won by TKO. Jared Cannonier is always a wild card, and it's always very interesting. He's that boy thick. Like he big for that division. And Michael Venom Page he's not small, he's just not as filled out. Like one day he'll grow into his shoes, but for now though, he's just a smaller middleweight. Yeah, but he went to middleweight. Let me see that. I think this next fight's going to be at middleweight because that's what Jared Cannonier is going to be. So at middleweight, I'm going to go with Michael Venom Page by decision. I don't know if he's the favorite or not. Jared Cannonier, probably the next thing is probably him by KO, but like Michael Venom Page has only been knocked out once, and it was like tough, and then he came back and like beat the dude. So what does that mean? It means he learns from his mistakes. Fights at a distance. Jared Cannonier is very much a blitzer. If he can't get close, he's real big. He gets real tired. I'm going to go with Michael Venom Page, but like Jared Cannonier is a very fine wild card fighter. Maybe he could pull it off. Maybe he's riding a good streak. So I don't know. I don't know what the odds say, and I'm not telling anybody to place any wagers or anything, but just those are my thoughts.
Wild card, bitches! Yeah!
Put this man out. He's pressing buttons.
Incorrect use of that one.
He said wild card like 5 times. But I waited. I was patient.
It's fair. I'm proud of your restraint there, Mook, but stop touching buttons. Michael Page by point.
You passed me the ball. I took a couple dribbles and I kicked it out the corner. It's not a turnover. It's not a missed shot. What are you mad about?
Michael Page by point, Blake, is your odds on.
Is that a top odd?
Dude. Classic, man.
That is your odds on favorite plus 110 for Michael Page by points. But then Cannonier by points is your next favorite at plus 290. I believe you mentioned Cannonier by KO. That's going at plus 600.
Ooh,
so not a whole lot of faith around that. Unless you think Blake is onto something here, and you can get some good value on those pennies, Mook. You can turn those pennies into nickels, baby.
Look. Exactly. That takes a dime into 60 cents.
And Blake, this is why you're off the hook, because right there is just Mookie like not taking your advice of I think Page is going to win by decision. He's like, but there's better value in this other one,
right? Well, because like, what if
this sucker's bet over here looks mighty fine?
What if you parlay them?
You can't. What if you parlay them? Is that what you just said? You're going to
parlay some pennies.
Same fight. You're going to parlay this guy to win one way and this other guy to win another way. We're back to the beginning of Mookie being the worst gambler in the history. He wanted to parlay the winner of the national championship game between both teams playing in the national championship game. Like I'm concerned you don't know how to bet.
It's called the butterfly spread, man. It makes
this is the guy we prop up as the gambler on the show.
Hey, look, hey. Do we need to talk?
What you're gonna do is you're gonna bet Page to win, and you're gonna parlay that with Cannonier to win, and then you can't lose.
Exactly. Right. See what I'm saying? Because if one side with that dollar
just hedging all over the place,
the other side you bet $1.
I'll take 50 on black and 50 on red. Damn it! It came up double zeros. Son of a bitch.
I gotta be honest. At that point, you know what? There's literally nothing you do besides say, "Fuck it, we're hitting the buffet."
Oh man,
Sarah's right. Mookie the gambler, Scott the hockey expert. It all tracks.
That's accurate. That's just true.
Facts.
Blake, what's the next fight on the card for us?
Yeah, we've got Geoff Neal versus Carlos Prates, and I'm going. So check this out. So we've got. Let's just look at the records real quick. 16 wins, 16 losses for Geoff Neal. Carlos Prates is 21 and 7 losses. However,
To be fair.
To be fair. I was like, let's cut to a clip. I'll just do it. Don't worry about it. Make it easier for the producers. But he went on. He went on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 fight win streak.
Whoa.
And he lost his last fight by decision. Wasn't hurt, wasn't injured, just better fighter, fought him. Ian Machado Gary. Ian Machado Gary also fought MVP. And that was interesting. I think MVP please tell me that I think that he won that one. I think that was his first fight in the UFC. No. He lost that one. His second fight, he beat Kevin Holland. So Ian Machado Gary is a problem for the division. I'm not a fan of him, but that's who beat Carlos Prates. And so I'm going to go with Carlos by a decision. I think he's a little bit smarter than Geoff Neal. Geoff Neal seems to be sort of mid-tier guy. Carlos is the up-and-up guy that they've been giving him better fight after better fight after better fight. And before he lost his decision, he was on Jesus Christ, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 10 of those 11 fights, like in a row, though, 10 of them were all KO or TKO. So
that's the fights I like.
Every time the opponents got tougher, he was just like, fuck it, I'll knock him out. Fuck it, I'll knock him out. You know what? Fuck the game plan. I'll knock him out. 1 and 2 round. The 1 and 2 rounds. It always ended before the
for 3. Oh, he backed it in. We're going to overtime.
Wow.
Mook.
To the guest.
Check his box.
Yes.
Shit is going to beat me to it.
To the guest. I knew he wouldn't have any couth. I was giggling leading up to it because I'm like, Mookie's going to hit that damn button while Blake is talking like the rude sack of shit he is.
To the guest?
Well, I mean,
Mookie, you've just been classic you tonight.
Remember I told you weren't coming on my show earlier?
yeah, it's all right.
Oh my god, dude.
You're coming on one day. It won't be 2 days, but one day maybe.
Hit the guest in the middle of an analysis with the overtime horn.
This shit would have never happened if I was Kelly Pavlik. That's all I'm saying.
Also, facts.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh my god, dude. So good, Mook. So
looking
good.
at the odds on FanDuel, Prates. Is it Prates? Is that how I say that?
Yeah, Prates, yeah.
All right. He is plus 115 for knockout, and then by decision plus 280. So you're right in line again with what Vegas feels about these fights, man.
He's plus. So what's the favorite? He's plus. That means
this is the outcome. He is the favorite.
Oh, okay.
But by specific outcome, you can bet by specific outcome, and you're nailing it.
So those are top 2. Great. Yeah.
All right. Moving on to the next
one is, this is interesting. It's Lerone Murphy and Aaron Pico. And for those that don't know, Aaron Pico, this guy's incredible. He came in with like all this wealth of like wrestling, and he was a boxer and did all this shit. And like, just let me see. He's got a gold in, I think, let's see. Is it wrestling? He was freestyle wrestling. No, he's got gold wrestling in the Grand Prix. Just got all these, like, traveled the world and like was winning golds. Nothing too crazy, but like he came in and they were like, I mean, if he learns boxing, whoa, this kid will be crazy. So I remember him fighting in Bellator. He came in Bellator and started doing great work. And then he was signed to Bellator. Like, that was the only organization he was signed with. Yeah, it's funny. He came in and they built all this hype in 2017. And then he loses his first fight by submission. And everybody's like, well, fuck that guy. That guy doesn't know how to fight. But he's won his last 3 fights. He recently got picked up from Bellator by the UFC. So it's funny. He's one of these guys like when last time I was here, was it Patchy Mix? You were like, I like his name. I was like,
great name.
I do too. I've seen him fight. He should win. No, that guy got beat up. So that was not cool. But yeah, he's fighting Lerone Murphy, and Lerone Murphy is undefeated. This is going to be an interesting fight because Lerone Murphy, his last 3 fights is Edson Barbosa by decision, Dan Ige by decision, Josh Emmett by decision. This guy has no submissions, but he's got decisions in his last 5 fights. And he was knocking people out in other organizations, but he looks like a decisionator of a fighter versus Aaron Pico, new to the lights, who 9 of his victories come by knockout, 2 by submission, and 2 by decision. This guy don't like to go the distance. He likes to find the holes and knock you out. I'd love to see Aaron Pico knock out this guy. I think he's going to get decisioned by Lerone Murphy. I wouldn't it was either going to be Lerone Murphy by decision or Aaron Pico by KO or TKO, but it's tough. It's really tough to make that call when the other guy's fighting is never lost. So he's never lost. Very good guy. We're gonna keep him around. One of the good ones. Very good.
Pico is the favorite in this one, and the odds for Pico winning by decision is plus 145. Murphy by decision plus 250.
Interesting.
So they've got Pico by KO or TKO at plus 430. So not a lot of faith in a KO from Pico there. But as Lucy would say, a lot of good value there. So
a lot of value. throw it on a box, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna parlay that with the opposite outcome of that, and then we're gonna make money.
37 pennies becomes 5 quarter pounders, baby.
I know. Here's the thing. This is how Mookie tricks you. He talks about how he's up in percentages. He doesn't give you values. He says, I'm up 37%. And it's like, great, that's a nickel.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm beating Vegas. How many people can say that?
Fair enough. It would just be more impressive if you were like making money on it.
I don't want to actually lose my house. I mean, come on, dude. Like when the Chi Sox go on a 3-game winning streak, that dollar turns into 6 real fast.
Sure does. Blake, that takes us to the main event of Saturday night, the main card.
What can you pronounce their names? I just want to see.
Yeah, no, I could totally do this. I could pronounce this for you. It's Dricus du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev.
Spoken like a true expert. Look at you. I'm not the UFC guy anymore. Look at this guy. Just walked in and steals my job.
Really love that Chimaev guy. He's
real,
special.
Real big spender right here, just like Mookie, huh?
Boom,
there
you go.
Dricus du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev. Yeah.
Also what I said.
So here's a kicker. Here's a kicker with this fight because it's a very interesting fight. Khamzat Chimaev is undefeated. He hasn't fought since last October, though. And for a while, he was banned in the UFC for having terrorist ties. So that was very interesting.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
But like now he's all good. Now he's like, you know what, though?
The
You
UFC
don't have to like any more terrorism.
Yeah, they I mean, obviously the Paramount Plus deal didn't just happen. It just got announced, right? Like it's been happening. I do think that there's a lot of money that goes on and they're like, I mean, Dana White makes that call. He's like, yo, you fucking Buster. Donald Trump, can you help? And Donald's like, Dana, what a great guy, Dana. We're gonna make good stuff for the UFC. This Khamzat guy, what a great guy. What a great person. We'll get him in. What a good guy. So yeah, I'm sure that there was some sort of back end deals because Khamzat couldn't fight in the US. His last 2 fights were in Abu Dhabi because he couldn't fight over here for a little bit. So he's in the clear. He's good. And he's fighting a guy who is basically on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 fight win streak. Won the belt from Sean Strickland, beats Israel Adesanya by a submission, beats Sean Strickland again by a decision. The first time they fought was a split. Second time, very unanimous, like definitely figured him out. So this guy, here's on his list. Like, I mean, he's beaten Sean Strickland, Israel Adesanya, Sean Strickland, Robert Whittaker by TKO in the second round. That was crazy. Derek Brunson by TKO. Darren Till, Brad Tavares. Those are the big names on his list. Khamzat Chimaev, Li Jingliang, Gilbert Burns, Kevin Holland, Kamaru, which Kamaru came in last minute and then beats Robert Whittaker with a submission. But again, his last fight was October of 2024, but he's undefeated at 14-0. Dricus du Plessis coming in 23-2. If there's a guy that could beat Khamzat Chimaev, it is Dricus du Plessis. He's so unorthodox. He does things that just don't work and like work for him. He bum rushes you. He like hits you from these like weird way. It looks like you ever seen street fights and like somehow the guy just like, meh, and then he knocked out the guy and then he stands over him and he's just like, yeah, dog, talk that shit. That's kind of in a nutshell, Dricus du Plessis, but it was a little bit more strategy. Like he wanted to do that, but you don't know why he wanted to do that. Like that's Dricus. He's so talented. He has come up from 170 pounds. He was a 170-pound champion and 185 champion in South Africa before he came in to UFC. Damn. His body's just, you get older, just kind of holds the muscle a little bit more. He's incredible. And in the UFC, he's just been on a tear. And there's a reason he's a champion. And I think if there's a guy that can beat Khamzat, it's this guy. And even if Khamzat wins, there will be a rematch because he's just that type of unless he just like gets mollywopped in the first round, which if we look at Khamzat's record, 6 wins by knockout, 6 wins by submission, 2 by decision. Again, no losses. But if you're going to beat this guy, you want to take him into the further distance, into the further waters. And that's where Dricus does real good work. Again, 1 by 5 round unanimous decision, 1 in a fourth round submission against Izzy, and then 1 in a 5th round decision. So lately he's been going the distance. He is going for speed. Shout out if you know that song.
Yeah. That's my karaoke song, bro.
There it is. I bet it is because you don't have to do much with that song. But
you can talk that motherfucker the whole way, man.
Sounds like a good white guy song, like just like The Devil Went Down to Georgia. He was looking
not
for
even. Hey, whoa! It's not even a white guy song. It's just a guy who can't sing song. You could just go monotone the whole time, just same voice. That's why that song is great.
And people still love it though.
You don't have to have talent.
Yeah, no, of course not. But anyways, in this UFC fight, you have to have talent, and both of these guys are very talented. I'm going with Dricus du Plessis by decision, whether it's split or UD. I think Dricus can do the things to calm Khamzat and beat him. So I don't know what the odds are, but I do know that Dricus is not. He is the underdog in this fight, and I think the odds are for Khamzat to beat him. Yeah, probably by a submission or some shit like that.
This was the first time that you threw out something that is like, oh shit, that's a left turn from Vegas, because here are the current odds on this fight. They got the terrorist by submission plus 155.
Fucking knew it.
Terrorist by KO
former terrorist
plus 420.
Allegedly.
The terrorist by points plus 490.
Allegedly.
Then you got discus by KO plus 500. Discus by points plus 600, and discus by submission plus 1,000. So Blake, you're throwing out there the possibility of a plus 1,000 payout. You're turning Mookie's pennies.
Ooh, hold on a minute there.
You might get a full
dollar bill, yo.
Fuck McDonald's. We going to Chipotle.
Yeah, if anybody can beat Khamzat, it's going to be Dricus, and Dricus I think will beat him. Khamzat's good. These guys are very talented that come over very great guy. They're very good people. Fine. I think there's a comment, and there's a good people on both sides. He's on the side. He's on some side. What a great side he's been on. We let him in just to see what he can do with Johannesburg guy. He good guy, very good guy. But yeah, I think Dricus could beat him. He's just a little too unorthodox of a champion. When there's a guy that if Dricus beats him and one day there's a guy that comes in and I'll be on the show, I'll be like, no, this is the guy that could beat him. He's a little bit too technical. Khamzat gets a little too wild. There's some fights that have been a little weird, where you're like, ooh, you can get hit, or ooh, you can get taken down, or ooh, they could stop the takedown. Dricus is that guy. I know what Vegas is saying, and it is a lot to do with him being undefeated, but and Dricus just being a little too wild. But yeah, I'd say Dricus by decision, if not Khamzat by a submission, like one of the two. Those are good things to think about.
Blake Moneyweather, our UFC expert. This man does it.
Money Blakeweather, bitch.
I said what I said. I said what I said.
You know what? Mookie's taking your place. Next time, me and Scott are doing the podcast. It's going to be me, Scott, and just Mookie.
Like hey, now who's laughing now, bitch? It's me again.
Scott has been giggling the whole show. He's like, "This is why I ain't said shit today. I don't care. I'm just gonna giggle." Money Blakeweather, Blake Moneyweather, the Blakester, the Blakeinator. Thank you, Blake. Appreciate your breakdown to you.
You're welcome.
As always, stick around because I have 3 good stories before we end the show that we got to talk through. So, Scott,
Fantastic.
I focus up, Scott, because we're going to talk some baseball.
Lock it in.
Pitch. Oh, shit.
This weekend was perhaps the saddest wedding I've ever seen in my life, because a couple who are lifelong Chicago White Sox fans got married. Chi Sox, excuse me, Mook. Thank you. Got married over the weekend between the 3rd and 4th inning of the game between the White Sox and the Guardians in Chicago. They got to go onto the field. They got married. And the wedding was officiated by 1983 American League Rookie of the Year, Ron Kittle. All of this just screams sad to me, Scott. Like, it's bad enough you're White Sox fans. You get married in 60 seconds between the 3rd and the 4th inning of a White Sox game.
Why not the 7th inning stretch?
That's what I'm saying. Why are we shoving this between the 3rd and the 4th inning? Scott, where does this rank on the horrible scale?
How much do you think this cost? Do we know how much?
Oh God, yeah, that's true.
Because like that, I was gonna say this can't be cheap, and to go through all of that, I don't care how big of a fan the two of you are. What a horrible fucking idea! Just gross. Go put the picture back up. Like look at this bullshit. Like, is this old fucker just standing there? You're all skinning and grinning, and then you got to sprint off the field so they can get ready to play more losing baseball. Like,
and they were all the way in the outfield too. They couldn't even get it at home plate.
My God, no, man,
guys, imagine being here, and now you got to sit through the rest of the game in your tuxedo. Like, you get.
Oh, they probably loved it though.
You spend the next 7 innings like just chilling in a tuxedo in 90-degree heat.
Oh no, you're getting blasted. Come on, it's your wedding day. You're getting absolutely smammered. Like, it's fine, but there's so much that could have been better even for this shitstorm. I mean,
I hope nothing nefarious gets tied back to this moment. Like, I hope nothing happens that happened in that and around that scenario that somehow they'd have to go back and get info from all these people because, oh yeah, I was at that dude's wedding. Like how great would that be? Like, we've got 100,000 eyewitnesses because they were at this stupid fucking wedding.
Dumb idea. Just get married at the stadium, not on game day. Like, doesn't be during a game. You could. I admire the people who get married at the stadium or take pictures of the stadium or have.
I just can't imagine being that much of a fan. It's
in between, guys. Can you imagine going up to your wife and being like, "Hey, I got the perfect idea for our wedding venue." Between the 3rd and the 4th inning of my favorite baseball teams,
bro. But imagine your wife actually agreeing to that. Like, I would actually be like, wait, what? You're okay with that? I don't know. I was.
You know what? It was.
You were gonna say yes to that. Like, I'm kind of rethinking this.
It was either her idea, or he tried to pull a Costanza and shoot himself in the foot to be like, this is what's gonna get her to break this thing off, and she called his fucking bluff.
I don't know, man. There's some fuckery that went down for sure. There's no way.
and Whitey nailing it. People go to games to avoid weddings.
Exactly.
This is bullshit.
Exactly. Like, I'd be pissed that I was a witness to this shit. I'm like, I bought a ticket to watch horrible baseball, not a horrible wedding.
However, the wife is okay with this, and the stadium let this happen. Like, we've got some faults that we need to talk about. There's a movie that came out a long time ago called The Faults in Our Stars, and this is the fault in our baseball. And for some reason, the stadium let this shit happen. I'm getting money, buys you whatever you want. But the wife totally had, like, women think about things, and she definitely thought about this, and she was like, you know what? That's actually really good. That's a really good idea. Or it was her idea, just like Moogie said, which I never want to agree with Moogie. Like, after tonight,
it feels dirty.
Hard though, dude. It's hard. There's some dirty moments there.
What a bad guy. What a horrible guy. But a lot of good people on both. What a great idea. So yeah, I think it was either her idea or, again, at minimum, she was into it, and maybe they brought change of clothes. Like, let's think about this logically. They brought a change of clothes, stayed for the game. How do you fucking pack a wedding dress? Like, I don't want to know.
There's no changing, because if you're
possible he was rich
that wants to get married in the baseball stadium in front of a crowd, there is no way that you are then being like, we got to take these off and like blend in. No, they want the high fives. They want people coming up to them afterwards and be like, congratulations. They want a shower.
Or they got a box, like a little box thing, and they got their homies in there. Like they're in the box. Is there a box? I'm sure there's a big.
Sure there is, but
again, in the box.
I hope they got this. I hope they got the Speedway Classic food package. So after their wedding, they got to celebrate with bunless hot dogs and cheeseless nacho chips. That's what I hope for this stupid idea.
She's all right with that, though, because she doesn't want to mess up the dress.
He had to save on the food package. It was cheaper to go that route and get the Speedway Classic package than it was to get, all the fixins. So, like, if we're gonna do this, we couldn't do that. We had to sacrifice somewhere. You know how it goes.
Do you think they pulled a Scott Kaiser and made their guests buy their own tickets to the game?
Fuck yeah, I would make them. And I would also be like, hey, bring your own buns. We bought the food package. It was just hot dogs.
Let's cut to a clip of the party right now.
From one Scott Kaiser staple to another, let's talk tennis real quick. Cincinnati Open is happening right now. We got Premier Tennis in Cincinnati. Some of the world's best tennis players are staying at a Marriott that is directly across the street from a Waffle House and a Hooters. Here,
nice. John Daly approves.
Carlos Alcaraz is like, what can I do after the tournament? Oh, there's a Hooters or a Waffle House. Sounds like a great place to be here in suburban Cincinnati. But there was a match that happened today, and forgive me, I didn't do enough prep. This was shared in the Discord, and I read a headline and a blurb, and I was like, good enough to take for the show. But there was two women. I believe it's the defending champ was fighting in fighting.
There's a UFC match.
Yeah. Tennis has got it real exciting,
fellas. Two women were playing in a match. It was match point, like last game match point, and there was a baby inside of the stadium that was crying and wouldn't stop crying, and one of the competitors complained to the ref like, hey, I can't concentrate with this baby crying, and the ref was like, it's a baby, what do you want me to do, throw it out of the stadium? And fans around the referee were like, yes, throw that bitch out. Get rid of this kid. It's driving us all fucking nuts. The fans immediately jumped to the player's aid. Like, yeah, get rid of the fucking baby. It won't shut the fuck up. I was like, this is the ultimate FTK story. Fans, players, nobody liking this baby. This poor kid just having a rough afternoon in the heat. Parents just wanting to watch some tennis, and nobody wants them there.
Don't bring your fucking kid on a plane. Don't bring your fucking kid to a tennis match. Get that fucking kid out of here. I didn't pay for that shit.
It's funny. We bring Ali everywhere. We have none of these problems. We were actually on Apple TV last week because I was shoving empanada in his face. No problems with that. Feed your kid. No issues. I think the best part is the chick ended up losing too.
She did. She lost the match. She did lose.
She gone.
I will say this adds realism to. And I don't mean to. I don't think this is a spoiler, but there's a movie that's recently out the Fantastic Four. There's a point in there. There's something about a baby. I won't say what it is. There's a point where there's a baby and there's a crowd of people and they're like, fuck them kids. We don't like that baby. And I'm like, oh no, the downside of humanity. Like, how could they? And then the story happens and I'm like, no. The directors knew what the fuck they were talking about. Actually, like this makes sense. So this made people don't like babies.
Team fucked up.
No, that's it. Get it off me. Get
Everybody in this.
Get it off me.
We got one more for you, and then we're gonna get out of here. So, Mookie, let's go to some running, some Olympic style sports. It's your favorite transition, Mook. It gets you every time.
Scorpion.
There's a dude in Ohio, James Miller, who lost a bet to his friend. They were trying to get in shape, and his friend was like, "We're gonna do a feat of strength. We're gonna do all these events, and whoever loses has to run a triathlon in a pair of jorts." So they did this contest. There was like push-ups and wall sits and like all of these things. They had a third party that judged it all, and John Miller was determined to be the loser. So he ran in this triathlon in Cleveland in jorts, the full triathlon,
belt and everything,
jorts the whole way. That's bad enough, but this dude came in second place.
Holy shit.
He almost won the thing. Rocking jorts. Scott, this is amazing. Like, this is such an amazing feat to be like, I lost this bet. I have to do this embarrassing thing, and I'm going to ball out and get famous over the fact that I just almost won this thing in a pair of jorts.
I'm so impressed, and I am so scared at how chafed he must have been. That's all I can think of is, oh my God, just everywhere. Yes, Sarah, the chafing, like it's just his whole lower body, wherever the jorts touched, is just chafed for a whole month. Oh God, congrats, but ouch.
Mookie.
That's how you get a sponsorship of Vaseline. I was able to survive this by lathering up with a quarter inch of Vaseline in my entire body.
The world.
John Cena motherfucker out here. Jorts. Blake, when was the last time you rocked a pair of jorts?
No. Do I look like that motherfucker gonna wear shorts? No, I don't be wearing no jorts. I hang out with people in Austin, and they be wearing some jorts. And they can pull it off. I don't want to see Mexicans. I don't want to see Mexicans in the little Edgar haircut. And I don't want to see them in jorts. And nobody want to see me in the same thing. So the answer is no. But I will say this to Rex Emilion's point. He probably had spandies. He had them spandies. If you get them spandy underwears, you ain't got to worry about them chafing. You know. So I hopefully he did the smart move. And maybe watch some videos to be like, I'm going to wear these jorts, but like, I need to do this smartly so that way I can get second place. Or maybe that wasn't the intention. He was just like, I at least need to do this smartly to protect my, twigs and berry, you know what I mean? Type thing.
Survival.
Can I say, guys? Can I say, I'm looking at the picture again. I'm wondering if there's not some chicanery going on here where these are those spandex that just look like jeans.
The spandex jorts.
They're not. No. I hope to God if his boys made him do this whole thing that they would check to make sure he was actually wearing fucking jorts.
I'm just saying, like,
I mean, I see what you're saying. I can see.
Look at those pockets. No. Like those are riveted on pockets.
Those are those are denim getting wet.
Yeah, that's denim.
It looks like denim getting wet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, we have the technology that there could be spandex that are colored to look like jorts. What a way to end it, fellas. What a walk-off couple of stories that was there. Let's talk about these beers we were drinking. We rate them, as always, on our Dawg Caesar scale, dog or no dog. Scott, dog or no dog, what were you drinking?
I was drinking Cycling Frogs Cannabis Company 50 megger iced tea and lemonade. It hits so hard, dude. It's so good. It's such a dog. That's all I got. Like,
judging by the timing, it takes about 20 minutes, and then you can just giggle and laugh and not the remaining hour and 40 minutes.
It's a good time. I mean, one can to the moon, Alice.
I was drinking Munster Fest by Three Floyds. Three Floyds always a dog. Yeah, I'd fuck with this again. Can art too on point. But I don't know where it went.
Can you throw it to Blake? Because I can't stop laughing about
Blake, what were you drinking tonight, big guy?
I didn't know he was done. Like he just fucking stared there, and I was like,
I didn't have much. Usually Mike chimes in. He goes, "Oh, all right, Blake."
what the fuck was this?
Mike was going off my comment.
Summer Pills, obviously, it was very good. It's crisp and refreshing. It's also award-winning. I don't know if you can. There's award-winning right there. What a great beer! Tremendous beer. We're gonna keep these beers. They're gonna keep them streaming across the borders. They're gonna do good work across the nation. A lot of people are gonna love these. And then I had the old 1792 small batch. Again, I recommend this for this weekend's fights. Not anything special. Good brand, just like the UFC, but not anything special like this. But good flavor. It'll get you through the fights. But I'm actually finishing off tonight with a little Buffalo Trace because I need something fancy after all those funny stories. So cheers to everybody out.
After the jorts.
Nice. Buffalo Trace is way more than nice. I was drinking Club Juice. This one's from Other Half, 6.5% double IPA, absolute dog. It's a very, very, very good beer. I like that one a lot. Would buy again. Fellas, this was a show. This was an absolute
long ass fucking show.
It was a long one. The question was asked, when do we go into double overtime? I think we've passed that. And now that we're at the 2 hour
Miller
mark.
for three. Oh, he backed it in. We're going to overtime.
It was only because Mookie didn't answer. He just sat there like a fucking dud, and he was just like, "Oh, I'm done." I wish I could do that to eat up airtime on my podcast. Them shits would go a lot longer, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Apparently, it's not long enough because Scott's still feeling it, man.
Dude, it's just Mookie. You've been on point in so many ways tonight, my man.
Right
Thank
into
you.
the buzzer. I set him up for that fucking buzzer. God damn it.
Oh my
Like,
god, dude.
Tell people where they can find you, man, before we get out of here.
Yeah, no, you can find me, Money Blakeweather, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. You could follow my show, Nerds at Night. It's on YouTube. We will be putting all the audios up very shortly on all the what are the kids listening to? Spotify's, Apple, music, wherever the kids are at with the podcasting. We will be putting that out there. It was only a matter of time that we're going to conquer that land space as well. But yeah, find us on YouTube. I just released the episode because a few of y'all in the Craft Brewed Sports group today, I said, I just need 1.5 likes. Give me a reason. Y'all didn't have to do it, but y'all did. So I released the episode today, Glass Onion, Whiskey, and a Mystery, which is a segment where I bring on avid drinkers to match a murder mystery with whiskey. Go ahead and tune in, see what whiskey these guys pick for that episode. And then when you watch it, leave a comment, please, if you wouldn't mind, and let me know what whiskey you would match with Glass Onion. But yeah, I hope y'all are tuning in for that. Feel free to follow me if you're not already. Like, let's be friends. I want to shout out, where's Gabe? Shout out to Gabe. Shout out to Matt. These guys are cool. They've added me. They're fun, friendly people. Matt, just, you know what? Shout outs to Matt again. I shouted him out last time I was here. He just freaking just sends me the best Instagram memes. And I'm in the middle of my day and I'm like, fuck this shit. And I'm like, oh, that's a good meme right there. That's funny. Jesse, we've got the podcast released. So go to YouTube, type in Nerds at Night and look at the Glass Onion episode, or go to Crap Root Sports Group. I released the episode. It's on there today. So go ahead and check that out, man. But that's it from me. You can give it to Mookie. He's not going to be as funny, but go ahead and pass it to him.
No, we're not going to do that. We don't throw Mookie the ball here at the end. Mookie gets a sentence at the end, and that's it. Thank you guys, though, for tuning in and for sticking with us for an epic show tonight. This was a lot of fun. And a lot of it was because of you in the chat. The fourth host came and brought it tonight. So thank all of you for tuning in. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're trying to grow this YouTube as much as we can. So hit that sub, hit that bell so you know when we're going live and posting new stuff. And when Scott's doing a backwards K, be sure to tell a friend to subscribe. Let's grow this thing. You follow us at Crafty Sports on all the social media. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We're on Blue Sky. You can join the Facebook group. Blake's in there. We're trying to get him over to the Discord. That's where the party's at right now. Everybody's hanging out in the Discord. So I'll share the link in the Discord too. That's basically, guys, Discord is just like Crafty Sports group chat, man. It is nonstop. People are talking in there all the time. It's sports, it's memes, it's jokes. Mookie's talking about a college football dynasty team, all kinds of stuff. So go join that Discord. Just search up Craft Food Sports. Shout out Belly Up Sports, bellyupsports.com. Tons of great content there. Go check out all of the pods on the Belly Up Sports Media Network. We will see you all next week, everybody. Cheers.
Release the files.
You'll never walk alone. Horns up.